better frame up here, Drew. I'm sorry. There we go. Hello, Googans.
Hello.
Beef.
Drew.
It's, let's say Tuesday?
Today's
It's
Tuesday.
Super Tuesday. Hello, it's Election Day. Welcome
my
in. After drill, rock the vote.
Oh, yeah.
Beef here, Drew, as always.
Yes. For those of you who don't know, if you don't post your I voted sticker on social media, your vote does not count. That's
Not
what
only
they
does
say.
it not count, but they will come and wrangle you up. That'll be it for you.
It's unbelievable to me the amount of people who are just like, I did it.
I did it.
I'm like, oh, okay. Thank you.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So get out. I heard the lines were long in the morning time at some of the polling places, so that's good. Hey, regardless of which way you're voting, to get out there and have a good turnout is good.
Mm-hmm.
That's democracy in action. So
Your civic duty.
Do your civic duty, and then go home and make your civic duty.
Oh,
but
yeah.
First, do your civic duty.
Nice.
I plan on doing my civic duty later today. Usually, I like to fall into one of those either mid-morning or afternoon pockets where there's less people there, either pre-lunch or after lunch.
I went early. I did the early voting.
Early rocket.
Typically, that only takes like 5 minutes. So.
That's the way. Tony said he voted for Beef Drew. That's smart.
Yeah, I mean that's always a good.
That's
thing.
always if there's ever a way to make America great, it's the Beef Drew ticket.
Yes.
I'm not sure which one of us is the POTUS and which one's the Veep on this ticket. It's fine. I'm good with either job.
I'll take the Veep. You can take all the scrutiny of the POTUS.
I don't like that, man. I don't like that at all. I'm kind of a lazy guy. I like the Veep idea. But it's bye week's over. It's Indy week.
Yes.
Doug Marone met the media yesterday. Didn't really sugarcoat things. And it seems like all systems are go with Leonard Fournette. So hopefully 2-7's back, and hopefully 2-7 is right.
Yeah.
Because we need 8 games of 2-7. Because this team, to even have a shot, needs to win probably 6 or 7 of these 8 games.
I think you got to pretty much, to have a shot, you got to look at it like this. Now that the Texans are 6-3, I mean, if they go 4-3 the rest of the way out and you go 6-2, you're tied atop the division.
Well, we talked about this.
And you better hope that one of your 2 losses isn't against them or you lose the tie break.
We talked about this morning on the drill, okay? So we're in the AFC. That's not news.
Mm-hmm.
We've been in the AFC.
Yes.
So if you're the Jags and you're sitting in the AFC, so you look up, way up, the standings, and you look at the top. New England, they're going to the postseason. Kansas City, they're going to the postseason. Pittsburgh, they're going to the postseason. Houston, they're going to the postseason, most likely. Probably LA is going to the postseason.
You're not winning a wild card spot is the problem.
Now,
you got to win your division.
How many is that, Drew?
5.
How many get in?
6.
Oh, no.
Not good.
Some of them got us a log jam for that 6 hole. And a lot of teams who feel like they've got a shot to get in there. So, it's going to take some serious play from the Jaguars to even get...
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, printer, I missed you.
It's almost like
it's
people
uncanny.
Don't know we do
like
this
show.
show.
It's like a setup, you know?
Who's going to come barge in here?
I can't wait for our
Oh,
appearance.
man. Fisticuffs. Here we go.
I feel like, you know what? I'm going to go with Sticks today.
Sticks.
Sticks is probably printing some kind of cut sheet
Sticks
for Mike Dempsey.
It's a pretty prime suspect.
Sticks. It might be Lauren Rue.
Could be
been
Lauren
known
Rue.
to do it. Yeah.
Chad, maybe. Chad's the wild card.
Chad's a wild card. I feel like Chad has
Chad
more
knows.
respect for us.
Chad knows. He did it
show.
one time and didn't do it again. And he basically just came in here to tell us we were doing a fantastic job.
He did. Also, I think Chad has a little bit of stage fright when he comes in for the afternoon show. He gets a little nervous in the presence of greatness, which is understandable. This is kind of the hot spot. It's really the place to be. Speaking of the place to be, in the place to be this morning in the 9 o'clock hour, Daniel Murphy popped in for a couple segments. The former JU Dolphin, former Met, former Nat, former, at least current Chicago Cub for the time being, although I don't think that Murph will be back with the Cubs, but I guess anything can happen. I know that the Cubs have, said the right things on that front, that they'd be happy to have him back. I don't see that it's a fit. It's nothing against Murph. It's just at this stage of his career, he's a 34-year-old guy who's had a couple of knee surgeries, and the range isn't quite there at second base. They've got a guy who plays a lot of first base already, so it'd be tough to say, hey, Anthony Rizzo, we need to slide you out a few games a year for Daniel Murphy. It just doesn't make sense.
By the way, based off of that walk by, I think it was Michelle.
There was a corner eye from Office Manager Michelle, which is a big e-card. Because here's the thing about Office Manager Michelle. Office Manager Michelle does not like to have her voice heard on air. Does not like to appear in any like station videos or images. She would rather be like some kind of spectral ghost that does not actually exist.
She's the shadow behind the curtain.
Right. She's like, yeah, it's like the Wizard of Oz. She's behind the curtain pulling the strings, but she never wants to be seen.
Yes.
So if it was office manager Michelle, she will stand out there with a hangdog expression on her face
and wait
while we do this video before she'll come in and get her pages off the printer. She might even just print them again down the hall. That's how much she would hate the idea of being seen on this video. Even though she could walk in
and would not
walk right by Drew, never be seen, and come back out. But the risk would be too great for her.
I respected it.
I don't know where that went.
I don't know.
Yeah, but you know, it's always good catching up with Murph. I feel like Murph's career still has plenty of gas left in the tank.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's a National League team that has a place for him to play first base, I think there's a place for Murph in the NL as a first baseman, and I think there's plenty of places for Murph in the AL as a DH.
By the way, it would be so Mets to re-sign him now.
To bring him back?
Yeah. That would be such a Mets thing to do. Like, go get out your
and
two...
put him a second when Reyes is short.
Yeah, go get out your 2 MVP caliber type years at the plate somewhere else when we didn't re-sign you and really needed your bat in the middle of the lineup. And then when you're kind of on the down end of your career, we'll bring you back.
They had such a feel-good story with the David Wright farewell tour that they thought maybe they'll just do it again.
Yeah, why not?
The Daniel Murphy farewell tour. Why not?
Sure.
Yeah, but you know, hot stove is heating up. Obviously, Clayton Kershaw agreed to his new deal with the Dodgers, and the Indians have said that they'll listen on some of their veteran guys, specifically Kluber and Carrasco. So, you know, there's things matriculating right now. The GM meetings are coming up, so things will start moving. You know, we'll see. Obviously, there's a lot to be said, a lot to be done before the dust settles. You know, I think if there was a gambling favorite for for Bryce Harper right now, I would think it would be the status quo. I would think it would be him sticking in Washington. That's not any inside information. That's not anything Daniel Murphy said to us. It's just, it seems like reading the tea leaves. It sounds like some of the big market teams are either sort of being cautious with that type of paycheck, or they're not even going to get in on him.
I wouldn't want him for $300 million. I mean, he's a good player. It's not worth it to me.
It's a lot of money, man.
$300 million is a ton, and the Mets have their fair share of botching these long-term big money deals.
Well, and if you're talking like a 10-year, $300 million deal, I mean, who does he mean more to right now than Washington?
Sure.
I mean, he's a great player anywhere he goes, but he means more to Washington than he does anybody else right now.
Absolutely.
Because he was the number one pick for them. He's been the face of their franchise.
Yeah.
It'd be a big blow for them in a weird kind of transitional point in their franchise to let that guy go. That would be a pretty clear indicator that they're sort of giving up.
Even though they kind of sort of tried to trade him before.
They kind of sort of tried. I think it was just doing due diligence.
I think they even put him was trying to basically.
They put him on. I think they talked about putting him on waivers, but they.
I think they did, and nobody.
Nobody claimed him because they didn't want to. Even,
no, I think maybe a team claimed him, and then they
pulled him back.
There was no agreement in trade.
I know there was talks of the Indians wanting to maybe try and do something for Harper. So I mean, there's teams that would like him, but I root for one that I think would like him, but they're in a little bit of a cash strapped situation. Kind of a self-imposed salary cap.
Sure.
And I don't think Harper fits into that plan. So we'll see. A lot of teams are being rumored right now with Harper and Machado, and we'll see what happens, what percolates up.
I think Machado really hurt himself.
I think Machado is out. I think Machado will sign somewhere else. He will not be back in L.A., but I think Harper, if I was a gambling man, would bet on Harper being back in Washington. If it were me, I would bet on Machado landing somewhere. Someone's going to be willing to splash the pot on Machado despite his antics in the postseason because he's 26 and he's mega talented. Someone will splash the pot on him. But I think the Nats are a team that spends anyways, and I don't think anybody's going to splash the pot any harder than the Nats would to retain Bryce Harper.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. Well. And on that note, I've got nothing left to give. Drew and I are going to have a fist fight after this because it smells terrible in this room.
It does.
Someone did something horrible in here.
It was probably Velvet Elvis.
It wasn't me, and it wasn't Drew, allegedly. We both said it wasn't us, but there's some kind of aroma percolating in the air. Might have been Andrew Gibson. Could have been Styx Devitt.
Simply unsure.
Could have been E.T., our new member of the team. Who knows? I'm not accusing anyone of farting in here.
Oh.
Someone farted in here. And on that note, Drew is now an Oompa Loompa. He's very small. Smaller than normal. And he's already, vertically challenged.
Yes.
To a degree.
I am.
Look at that. The high kick, that's impressive.
Ah!
See him at Radio City Music Hall with the Rockettes. It's Drew Hicken. Bye.
Hey!